Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Software Inc., welcome back to Conflict Inc. I'm, of course, the ConflictNerd. And today, I want to do something with this plot of land that we have here. I want to put something there, basically. And a lot of people have suggested that we put a new OS team on this plot of land. Basically, we do what we did here with this building, except for a big OS team. And I want to expand on that a little bit. What I'm thinking we could do is take the current OS team and put them out in this building and expand the team a little bit. And then have a second floor. We'll clone the ground floor, put it upstairs, and bring in a new OS team who we will spend probably about 2 years of time training up to be the best of the best. And then those guys can make a new operating system. And while they're doing that, we'll send the original OS team off to finish the training that they need. And we'll have these two really good OS teams. And they'll be staggered to release operating systems a couple of years apart from each other. Ideally, and I have said it before, I would love to be releasing an operating system every year, but that is not something I want to do just yet. Though there is something I want to do. There is a little test that I want to try, and I'm hoping, and I don't think I'm mistaken in saying that the core team currently isn't doing anything, and I'm kind of okay with that, because I want to go to manage employees. I want to go to the core team, I want to go to employees, and I want to select me. And I would like to educate myself in project management, because this will allow me to set up automated development cycles to design new products and then delegate the work to specific teams. And I'm thinking that this could be a really interesting way to have a continuous flow of money coming into the company. If we have the core team doing some core work to basically just build up whatever, you know, they can keep releasing antivirus software, they can keep releasing whatever. Probably antivirus software. I don't really want to do games, but I do think antivirus software could be an interesting way to do it. Anyway, let's go ahead and do some building. I know that, you know, it's Software Inc., but, you know, building's important. Building is very important. So, what I want to do is style this one a little bit differently. Where is the middle of this plot of land? What is that? That is not telling me because the things are on the other side. Okay, show me the arrows. What size is that? That is 22. So 11 across would be the middle. All right, so let me go 7, that's 5, 6, 7, and do that. That's fine. So 7 there, and then 7 on, that's 7 there. And then I want to do a middle bit here. This is going to be kind of the main lobby for this building. These are going to be hallways, and I'll figure out something else to do. Maybe I can even put bathrooms down there, actually. Would that divide up nicely? No. Alright, well, bathrooms it isn't, then. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and do this. And then extend the hallways down the sides of the buildings. I do like having lots of hallways like this. It's kind of useful, in my opinion. It helps people get about the building. It helps, you know, just move. It helps move people about, basically. There's not much more I can say. I like hallways. I think it's an interesting design to go with. And on top of that, it also means I can put elevators in the same place. Plus, it means this is going to be easy to stack as a building. It means it's going to be, you know, it's a big rectangle, but it's going to have hallways all around it, meaning lots of glass, meaning that this can totally be a skyscraper at some point. Anyway, let's go ahead and get on with actually building here. So, yeah, so let's design an interesting studio. Okay, there's the building. That's what I'm thinking. Massive room there for a massive team of people. That'll not all be taken up by development space. You know, a lot of that's going to be... It's gonna have things spaced out. We've got 4 bathrooms, nowhere near enough. This is gonna be a small lounge. This is gonna be the leader office for each floor. You've got all of the hallways going around there, some doors at the back of the building. You've got the doors at the front, the doors straight through, all of that stuff. I do need to put some lights. Okay, what did I place? Yeah, I placed another light in there. I want to put some lights there and there. And I also want to put some lights I think just square in the middle of that room. It's going to be a pain putting lights all around here. It really is, especially since the chances are I'm probably not going to bother putting lights in the main room until we have the main room furnished. That's probably a good idea. Let's put a light there and a light there. Let's also put a light there and a light there. That should be fine. We've got lights in all those areas. Lights in the hallways are going to be a little bit awkward, especially since, you know, it's going to be, I mean, they're fairly long spaces. They're going to be fairly empty as well, so we'll see how that goes. Might be nice to put a couple of plants in the corners out here just to break it up a little bit, make it look a little bit different. That could look kind of interesting, I suppose. There we go. I think I'd also like to put a couple of bookshelves out in the main lobby, just again to break things up a little bit and make it look kind of interesting. I think some waiting chairs out here could be a nice addition to the space. There we go. I would like to get rid of that bookshelf though. I like the waiting chairs. I do want to change the color of them though, because they match the furniture, or they match the walls a little bit too much. Let's go with, I think the blue looks nice. It looks a little bit like a hospital, which isn't ideal. Maybe we go with an orange. That's not the color I wanted. Maybe we go with a bit of an orange. A kind of something like that. Yeah, that looks a bit different. It still looks like a hospital, but sure, it'll do it's fine. It does the job. We'll put a fridge just there. Bit weird to have in the main lobby, but sure, we shall have it anyway. We'll put a painting on that side. I think that looks all right. I think it does the job. Let's go ahead and get the toilets in here. Put toilet, and then toilet and toilet. There we go. Okay, that's a decent start. That's technically going to be a lounge. That's fine. That's going to be the leader's office. Oh, this is going to take so much work to make this work, but I mean, it should look like an interesting office by the time it's done. I'm definitely excited to see the kind of completed project here. Also going to go a little bit different on the desk here. Give it a white desk in here and a white chair as well to match, and then we'll get the good old computer there. All right, do I want to put a TV in this office? I feel like I could, but I guess I could put a TV on that wall. Wouldn't hurt, and then a bookshelf. And this is going to be a really fancy office, probably better than my office, which I'm not too happy about. Yeah, I'll put a fridge in here. This is going to be so good. There we go, fridge in that office. We've got some bookshelves. We'll put a plant in the back corner. We'll put a clock on the back wall. All right, that seems like a reasonable office, I suppose. I could put another table in there with an espresso machine on it. I guess we'll put a standard coffee machine in there. It's not going to be too fancy. Let's not go too crazy here. So that's that office done. Let's do the lounge, and then I'm going to cut again. I know people don't. I mean, I've tried desperately to justify this before, but some people just kind of get a little bit upset when I cut things out of these videos. I do just want to stress that anytime you see a cut in these videos, I'm not cutting out anything that's... Like, I'm not cutting out anything that you would be missing out on. Anytime I cut things, it's generally me cutting out just monotonous placing of things. Like, filling up that entire room would be boring as hell to watch, and there's only so much I can say. Like, keep that in mind. There's only so many things I can say. Like, you don't want another 20, like, you know, you don't want 20 minutes of me going, there's place another table, place a table, gonna place a table, okay, gonna put the computers on it. You know, it's, I cut things out because I know that they're gonna be boring myself. I wouldn't watch it, so I won't upload it. That's just, I know I don't need to explain that. I just want to say, you know, it's how these things work. I cut things out because I know myself that they're gonna be boring to watch. Anyway, speaking of cutting things out, let's go ahead and fill up this space. This is going to be the biggest office we have in the building. It's going to be crazy. That is a crazy number of desks, and far too many for this team. Like, there is absolutely no need for this many people, and this could bankrupt the company, honestly, this kind of thing. This is a little bit nuts, I suppose would be an interesting way to put it. having, I don't actually know how many desks are in here. I will give you a number in just a second, because, I mean, I think the technical term for this number of desks and this number of computers and people is way too many. I think we're in the ballpark of way too many. Let's go ahead and fix that computer there to face. No, that's the chair. I want to get the computer. I want to get the computer, and I want to make it face that way. I want to get the computer and make it face that way. Then we get the ones that are sideways, because, you know, we had to fill in all the space. I don't even know if people are going to be able to get to those desks in the middle. Part of me hopes that they can't, because if they can't get to those desks, then I don't need to worry too much about filling up that space. I'm also thinking I may actually get rid of all of those and put some lamps on those desks, because there's going to be very little light in the middle of the room if I don't. So let's take out that row of things like so, and then give me some desk lamps like that, back and forward like so, and that'll light the room up a little bit. And then I can even put some lamps in the roof there, because the space isn't taken up. So on either side like that. Then there and there, there and there. This is lighting the place up quite nicely. I would just like a little bit more light in there, like so. Alright, so that's a reasonable spread of things, isn't it? That's going to be a very, very warm room. A very, very busy room as well. Gonna need a lot of fridges. Gonna need a lot of tables for coffee machines. Let's go ahead and grab some espresso machines, like so. Alright, so that should be fine. Question mark? Oh boy, that is a lot. That is an awful lot. Gonna put a couple of these in just to decorate the place. A couple more fridges up this end, just because I think we're probably gonna need them. Could probably put another couple of coffee machines in there now that I think about it. I might actually go ahead and get rid of these two little desk lamps and go ahead and put some espresso machines in the middle of the room. Alright. I mean, I don't know quite how many things there are in there. If I go like this, is there a way to select furniture types? No, I want to select, I want to specifically select that kind of furniture. There are 76 chairs in that room. There's going to be 77 people on each OS team. That's a little bit mental, is what that is. It's a little bit mental, and I don't know how to feel about it. But alas, let's go ahead and select that room. Select that room. And the OS team doesn't actually have an office, do they? No, there isn't actually an office for the OS team leader, so this is going to be good. Let's switch the team to none, so that works that way. I need to be very careful in doing this, though. Then we select this as OS team, and then the role is going to be OS team leader. Then this is, I guess technically all of this is OS team, so select that, select that, select that, select that. That's going to be OS team lounge. That should be fine. So switch team, OS team. That room is going to be limited to lounge. That's fine. Okay, that's interesting. That's very, very interesting. Gonna need lots of ventilation. Fortunately, I did leave some gaps in the walls where I'm pretty confident I can get some ventilation. Yeah, these bits here will hopefully be enough. Yes, it's venting out into the hallway, but it's still venting the room, and that's the important part. So let's go ahead and get all of those along there. And also a few radiators. We're going to need a few more than I've just put in. Gonna just want a nice little handful of those. Is that enough? That is still not enough. I wonder if it's radiators or vents that are the problem. There we go. Is that enough? That's fine. Okay, well, I mean, that's a bit crazy, is what that is. That is absolutely a bit crazy looking. But I think it's a start. What I'd also like to do while I'm here is I want to go to build mode and I want to get some elevators. I want to put these in, maybe not there actually. No. Let me demolish you. Let me get rid of the bookshelves, because the elevators could go really nicely in the corners, actually. Get a couple of, get an elevator in there, get an elevator in there. Not the nicest looking thing, but it certainly does the job. Then let me put an elevator... Do I want them out in the halls? That's the question. I kind of don't. But then at the same time, I kind of do. I don't know. It's, I feel like they would be good up this end of the building. I suppose it wouldn't hurt, would it? No, we'll not bother. We'll not bother. I think it's fine as it is, if I'm honest. I think we're good as we are. It seems to do the job. This is going to be a little bit crazy, though. Anyway, that's the elevators in there. Let me turn off the lights. Don't want to have to look at those. I think we're okay. Probably going to need more bathrooms. That's something I'm absolutely sure that we'll need. And we'll probably get at some point. But let's go back into play mode. Let's have a look at the OS team. And it was 77 people is the maximum number of people that should be in the OS team. It's gone up to 66. There's 77. Please don't go any higher. Yeah, 77 people on the OS team. That is absolutely nuts. But I'm kind of okay with it. I'm kind of okay with it. I'm excited to see this room working, if I'm honest. That's going to be quite interesting. It's going to be very strange seeing 77 people storm this one room. But it'll be interesting to see if it works, is also the thing. It'll be very interesting to see if the room actually fills out. There's a cleaner in the room. Oh, here we go. There we go. They can all get to their desks, which is fantastic. Where's the team leader? Oh my god, that frame rate. Wow, my frame rate is quite something. Gonna be honest. Probably gonna need a new meeting room. Didn't think of that. Did not think of that. Does the OS team have a leader? You obviously do, Erin Graham. But she didn't even go to her office. Like, where is she off to? Maybe they're all just going off to a meeting. I should probably get... Oh, I know what I could do. Oh, I should totally... I could clone this floor. Alright, I'm thinking I could clone this floor and make a meeting room for this OS team upstairs in another large room, kind of similar to what we have, but just different layout. That could be very interesting. Huh. I think I might try that. I think I might try cloning this floor, giving these guys a super huge meeting. No, that seems silly. That seems a bit silly. It seems a bit unnecessary. These rooms are going to be going to waste for a little while. I'll probably get some new teams in here. The OS team meeting room is way too small now, though. That's the problem. Marketing... Do you guys... No, that's the marketing room, isn't it? No, that's the B team meeting room over there. That's the marketing meeting room. The OS team, for... to have reasonable meetings, you guys need a much bigger space. I don't know. I think I am going to clone their entire building. Not to give these guys a new floor, but I have a different idea in mind for cloning this building. So let's just select everything. So select all the little corner rooms. Select just every little room that we have here. Just absolutely everything. I think that should be everything. I would then like to clone that. This is probably going to kill my PC. But then 123,000 click. Boom. Fantastic. That actually did clone everything as well, which is brilliant news. But the reason I want to do that is so I can go to here. And so I can get rid of that chunk of road and that chunk of road. And so I can basically do what I've done before. I would like to grab this hallway. And I would like to extend it right to there. Because I think that looks kind of interesting. I kind of like having the bridge. And let's do that. So it's sort of... Ooh, what's up? Oh, no. Work. Work. Oh, don't do this too. Uh-oh. There we go. We've got another bridge going on there, which is pretty great. I didn't put lights in it, though. I should probably do that. Let's go ahead and get lamps. So a lamp there, and a lamp there, and a lamp there, and a lamp there. So now those guys can take the bridge if they so desire. That's connecting up the buildings, which is fantastic news. I think that looks kind of interesting. I could do the same with that building. Oh, I could totally do the same with that building, actually. I want to do the same with that building. I kind of really want another bridge. I think it's a really interesting design. So let's do that. Let me go to here. Let me grab this room and extend it. Oh, why aren't you working? You're not supported? Damn. Alright, well, let's do that. And then extend it. Can I extend it block by block every time? No. Oh, damn. I was hoping that would work. Structure is not supported. How can I make this work? Let me... What if I extend this whole thing along? I can extend that into one room. And then it's going to free... Oh, God. The game is not having a good time right now. The structure is not supported. I mean, it is. It is supported. That one's supported. Why aren't you supported? What's going on here? This isn't going well, and I can't quite work out why it's not going well, but it's absolutely not working, and it's kind of annoying me. So I sort of want to just set this all back to how it was. I don't understand. I don't get why the bridge thing isn't working, but sure. I suppose it's alright. We'll just extend that to there. We'll make this the room that it used to be, like so. I said like so. Like so. There we go. And then click you, and delete. I mean, I guess that's all I can do. I guess that's it. Let's put some windows back there. And I suppose I should probably put the road back in as well. There you go. I guess those buildings aren't going to be connected. Those three are. Someday I will find a way to connect those, but it is not this day. It is going to be someday. Anyway, let's see. Are the OS team actually doing anything right now? Not really. Let me have a look at the OS team in terms of skill. Like, in terms of skill, they should be fine. In terms of skill, they should be alright. So I am going to put them on a new operating system, I think. Like, I haven't actively got them doing anything, so I suppose... Operating system, follow-up, NerdOS X. I don't know. Windows 10 has just been released, so I guess Nerd X, because X is the Roman numeral for 10. Yeah, thinking. There you go. Let's go to the OS dev server. Let's give it GUI, 3D rendering, plug and play, multitasking, multi-threading, networking, auto-update, 64-bit, HD audio, and QA testing. That seems like a great idea. Totally. Give it to the OS team. Recommended team size 28. Well, we've got 77. I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be good with 77. So Nerd X. Approximately 3 years, interestingly enough. They'll probably still wind up being like 2008, 2009 before it gets released, but that's fine by me. Its server is currently the core dev server. I didn't think about this. Okay, hold on. Maybe I should copy a server room. Don't we have a bigger one? Yeah, that one. Okay. So let's have a look at my servers. The OS dev is all of that. I feel it needs to go on its own server, so really we should be making our own server. Those are the two game dev servers there. I could get a couple of those. And the OS dev server is not that powerful either. Which one's the OS dev server? None of those are the OS dev. That is game dev server, that's OS. Yeah, okay. No, we need to get a new one, another one of these. And we need to make it be the OS dev server. So I would like to go ahead and clone that room. Yes, I would like to clone it. And then I would like to, I think, put it there. That should be fine. It's going to take a second to place. There we go. So that is just a giant server. That was a mistake. Hold on a minute. I need to delete that room and do this properly. So delete you. I might actually copy both rooms over and make a giant OS server. Or just have both rooms copied over and have them, one be OS dev, one be just OS. That could be an idea. Okay, there we go. We've got the new OS dev server. We've got the OS running server. We have the old OS dev server over there. And also these server rooms are all linked up down here, which I find quite interesting. I might link those ones up as well. I don't really see the point. Those servers don't have much of a purpose. That store server, though, is absolutely needing a little bit of help. We haven't actually looked at our distro channel. How are we doing? Like, our store is... C Online is relatively popular, I suppose. We're relatively popular. We have a deal with, let's see, physical store, no. We do have a deal with you guys, who are now less popular than us, so I would like to cancel that deal. And I think it might be time to have a look at the C Online server and see if we can maybe make it a little bit better, which is the store server, which is... the load is, I mean, it's alright. It's definitely okay. It's just, it is under heavy load. Is there any way I don't think it is this version of the game that you can upgrade servers in, is it? No. That's fine. I mean, it's not overloaded, it's just a little bit intensive what we've got going on there, but that is fine by me. Let's go ahead and actually start developing something. It's, we really are taking our time here with things, but I would like to go to here. I'm actually not going to make a new NerdOS, I don't think. I think it might be time to make a new one, and I kind of realize, you know, we've kind of been going with the 3 sound studio, we have 3 view studio, you know, we're doing these things with 3s, and I'm thinking, I mean, it's a 64-bit operating system. You know, it's GUI, it's 3D rendering, plug and play, multitasking, threading, networking, 64-bit with HD audio and QA, and I think just 3OS. I think 3OS is an interesting name, honestly. I think it's kind of fun. So let's go ahead and put that on the, it's going to be running on the OS running server, but the source control is going to be on the OS dev server. It's going to be given to the OS team. It's going to take them approximately 3 years. Let's put them to work. There we go. We're starting work on a new operating system. We're absolutely insane if we think this is a good idea, but whatever the case, I suppose it's too late to go back now. How is support going and everything? Dunescape is nearly done. Conflict Kings is still taking its sweet time, although we haven't really been running the simulation. We've been building for the majority of the time here. But Conflict Kings is always... It's just always going to take such a long time. The game dev team, obviously working on Vision 3.0. Again, that's going to take some time. It would be nice to get 3 Sound Studio out the door. It would be nice to actually release something this episode as opposed to sitting and faffing about with things. I mean, I still need to get the core team doing something, I suppose. That could be a good idea. Let's have a little look at the core team. And what can I get these guys to do? That's the question. You know, there's a lot... Oh, God, that frame rate. There's a lot of things I could have my core team do. I just can't really... I can't really think of anything. Like, I don't necessarily want them to make a game. We're already making a large game. We're making a large game engine. We're making a medium audio tool. We've already released an audio tool. We're making a lot of things. I guess a new bug blocker. I guess a new antivirus for this team could be interesting. Give it to the core team. Original IP. Bug blocker X. Is that Crime Stopper? Okay. Alright. Bug blocker X is what we'll go for. Oh, no. Bug blocker X. There we go. Bug blocker X. And then we'll go bug blocker X2, why not? We'll call it Bug Blocker X2 because I'm not an original person at all. Release date, give me 3 View Studio, there we go. And then put this onto NerdOS X. And I don't know, I think I will support DoorThing and NerdOS. I will support those just to see if I can get more sales. I want to bump my money up a little bit. Actually, no, I need to remove NerdOS. Hold on a minute. Ah, there we go. Am I missing? Hold on, let me remove this, because obviously I've got the most up-to-date operating system, so adding DoorThing X doesn't take anything away from me. Does adding NerdOS take anything away from the development? It doesn't look like it. Yeah, I guess we're fine. Let's QI virus, mail, background, and firewall it up. There we go. This is going to be running on the good old bug blocker server, and then source control management is going to be core dev. This is going to take more than a year for the core team. Is there any team that would do this in less than a year? That's my question. The OS team would take less than a year, of course. Game Dev 2 would take more than a year. Game Devs would take more than a year. I'll give it to the core team. That's fine. Bug Blocker X2 can be developed. There we go. Let's put that into development and get that out the door at some point soon. That would be just lovely. Let's get the good old OS. Oh, that frame rate. You can tell they're on their way because the frame rate's just died. There we go. There goes the entire OS team. It's still interesting to note that they're not... The leader of the OS team is nowhere to be found. Also, they are going upstairs to use the bathrooms, which I find quite interesting. Some of them coming back there. What are you all doing? Why? They're using the upstairs fridges. Interesting. Interesting choice of thing to do. I would like to find where the OS team leader is. Employees, you. Where are you? That's my question. Can I spot you in the crowd? Where exactly? I guess I'm just gonna have to wait until tomorrow to see where Erin Graham is. She's 58 years old. She's been with the company for a while. She's in class. Oh, she's getting educated? Is that what it is? Oh no, yeah, she's gonna be doing project management, isn't she? Why did I... Oh, am I also off on it then? Yeah, she's at work, so is she now going to come into her office? Is my question? I don't know where she is. At work, going to get food. Right, so I assume... Did I give her an office over here? Or am I imagining it? OS team... An OS team. Where is Erin Graham? Can I click on her name to find out where she is? No, 58 years old. No. Where are you? Whatever the case, I've assigned the computer and the desk, or the chair, to Erin Graham, so we'll see if she ends up using it or not. It's very strange, though, that she hasn't been in there. I mean, she's definitely back. I have no idea where she is the problem, but whatever the case, it's fine. It'll get sorted out. We'll get her into her office at some point. Here's my question, though. I want to get the core team. I want to get the core team into the office here to obviously do some... Well, they have been doing work on Bug Blocker X, but did I accidentally train Erin Graham in project management as opposed to me? Or because I'm pretty sure I didn't I? At the start of the episode, I sent me off to do project management, so let's get everyone here. Well, I'm not going to be there, am I? I'm going to be elsewhere. Let me go to core team. Let me go to automation. Let me go to project management. I want you guys to be making antivirus software. I want you to be making large antivirus software. I want you to be making large antivirus software. Dev budget of... Let's say... I don't know how much I usually make is the problem. I don't know how much antivirus software usually costs me about 500,000 to make, I think. I can look this up, can't I? I can go to your releases. Recent releases. Bug Blocker X. Let me look at the details of you. You made me 2.5 million. What did you cost to make? I lost 711,000. So is that what it cost me to make then? That would make sense. So if I set a budget, if I set a development budget of about 2.5 million for a large antivirus, that could be interesting. Maybe we'll start small. We'll start with that's 15, that's 150, 1,500, 15,000, 150,000. That's 1,500,000, alright? We'll do a marketing budget of 500,000. Why not? So there's 2 million going on each one there. That's a lot. Pre-marketing and post-marketing. Support. Interesting. The dev team is going to be the core team. The marketing team is marketing. The support team is obviously the support team. The server is going to be bug blocker server for the meantime, and the SCM is going to be core dev. Right. So that should be interesting. It might be worth... It's probably a good idea to stop them developing that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, if I hit 1 then, so is that now changed? Why is the core team designing a large operating system? That seems... I would like to... What? No. You're making that. You're not making a large operating system. Throw out. Large antivirus. There you go. And then I guess we will cancel Bug Blocker X2. Yeah, let's cancel Bug Blocker X2 and see how this project management goes for the core team, because that could be very interesting if this works the way I think it does. Because obviously it's in the design phase. There's a lot going into this project. I want to see if it actually works out. I'm very curious to see indeed. I also think we probably need more parking. I think that's something we should probably invest in. The problem is, I mean, we have a lot of it. Just most people like to use buses. I suppose I could put some parking over here. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go to here. I don't know which is which. Is that right? Nope. Okay, are they going to use the new It seems like they're using the new parking spaces, which is kind of great. There goes everybody. I'm very curious to see if the project management will actually work with the core team there, though, because it's a lot of money we're putting into this antivirus, and I'm very curious. I am just genuinely quite curious to see if it'll work. I mean, they're definitely working on it. You know, there's no doubt there. They just they're also just taking their time. They really are taking their time on that. It's going to take a really long time to develop, and I'm not entirely too happy about that. Not entirely too happy about that at all. Vision 3.0 taking a long time to develop there. This is going to be a rough time for the company, I can tell. It's going to be a really rough time for the company. At least we can be thankful that Dunescape is about to finish its support cycle. That'll be nice, but we're definitely looking at rough times ahead for Conflict Inc. because, I mean, NerdOSX has a lot of tickets there. That's a lot of tickets for NerdOSX. Where is my support team? What are you guys doing? You're not really answering all that many tickets. Well, actually, you are. No, you're all right. I mean, you haven't answered all the tickets for NerdOSX, but at least it looks like you're really close to finishing support on Dunescape. So I'll leave you to do that. 3 Sound Studio is taking its time. Conflict Kings is probably never going to be released. That's taking its time. 3OS is going to take an absolute age, probably another 5 or 6 years. I'm still convinced we're probably looking at some really rough times ahead. And also Georgia Holland is retired. Oh dear. People are unhappy with their job. We'll deal with it, I'm afraid. I'm going to have to hire some cleaning staff. That's something I absolutely need. I want to get some more cleaning staff in here so I can have cleaners sort of working through the night. Like, we have a lot of them that come in at 3 a.m. I think we need more of them. So let me fill up this window with a bunch that come in at 8 a.m. And let me bump those guys back to 5 a.m. I have a feeling there's a lot of people that are crossing over from one building to another to use the bathroom, because it seems like 4 bathrooms for 77 people are possibly, that's possibly not enough. I mean, it's kind of obvious when you put it, you know, that way. It's kind of obvious 4 bathrooms, 77 people is nowhere near enough. I desperately hoped it would be. I'm going to be honest. I was desperately hoping that would be enough bathrooms, but apparently I'm going to have to change up this building a little bit just to help these guys out. So what I'll do is I want to get rid of these lights here, and I want to get rid of them from there as well. And then I'm also going to put some regular walls along the back here, like so. I probably want rid of those doors as well. Okie dokie. And then what I want to do is I'm going to split this up into a bunch of bathrooms, basically. That seems like a reasonable idea. Hopefully I can get enough in here. Hopefully I can get an even number of bathrooms in here. I think I can. I think it should be fine. Let's do that as well. Yeah, I can get enough in here. Let's do that as well. It's going to be there. And it's going to be there as well. All right, perfect. Right, let's go ahead and get rid of the door there and get rid of that door as well. For some reason, and I don't know why, but for some reason the game is having some issues when I place doors. I would love to know what's up with that, but I honestly have no idea. I'll put 2 windows in that one. I mean, you know, privacy's privacy, but symmetry is more important to me. There we go, there's 9 new bathrooms for this team of people. That will hopefully keep them nice and happy. That, I imagine that'll keep them happy at least. I mean, there's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 bathrooms there. There's, well, 17 if you count the ones upstairs as well. I think 17 bathrooms in a building of 77 people should be enough. I think that should be okay. That should be perfectly fine in my mind. I hope I'm right in that assumption. And also I notice my cleaners I still don't have enough of them at all. Which is great. That's just perfect. Let's also just go ahead and end the 3View Studio development or marketing there. There's no point in doing that. Conflict Kings. We had an E3 presentation for that. I don't think I can... I mean, I know I said the game will probably never come out, but on one hand, I can't really cancel it. I did the E3 presentation, and I know that has no meaning in the industry, but I refuse to put the work in of, you know, that 5 minutes of photoshopping to make a logo for the game. I refuse to do that and then not release the game. That's the way this is going to work. There's so many people walking about in there. That actually kind of annoys me looking at it. The fact that about half of that team is on its feet. That's kind of annoying. Also, where is Erin Graham? She's still not in her office. Employees, Erin Graham, she is in class? What? What? In class? What? Is in class, like, up here? What does in class mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? I don't understand. Okay, now she's at work and going to get food. Interesting. It's 9 a.m. There you are. Right, is that your office? Why do I have a feeling that's your office? Why do I have a feeling I've been an idiot this whole time? Non-leader, oh dear. Why do I have a feeling that's assigned to you? Yep, I would like to unassign those. Are you Erin Graham? Are you actually getting older? Your hair looks grey now. Is that a thing? Interesting. Okay, you're going in there. Are you going to go to your office? You're going to get food. I assume that you'll probably go to your office tomorrow, or technically next month then. Because I have just unassigned those old computers. I'm a complete idiot. The chances are, you guys have been watching this video and the whole time going, yeah, you did give her an office. You gave her an office. You gave her an office. She's in her office. She's in the place she's supposed to be. The place you gave her. I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. I just didn't realize. But here's the question. Will she go to her office tomorrow? That's the important question. I'm very curious to see. Will Erin Graham go to the office that she's supposed to be in? There's the lag spike to signify that everyone's arriving at work. And is she going to her office? No. What? Why? Oh, she's on she's on vacation. Right. Great. I don't think it matters. I think we've an interesting episode here, folks. We've done a lot of building. We have a bigger OS team. We have lots of servers. Some of my electronics are apparently being affected by the heat. Probably these rooms, which are flashing for some reason. That's very interesting. I guess I could probably do with more cooling, couldn't I? Well, actually, why are they being affected by the heat? They shouldn't be. That's what I'm thinking. Like, these shouldn't really be getting affected by the heat because the other ones aren't getting affected by the heat. Maybe a bit of super cooling wouldn't hurt. Do that. Is that helping? No. That's very weird that those are getting affected by the heat. Because those ones are as well, actually. Okay, maybe they just need bigger rooms. I might need to just expand those rooms at some point and put more ventilation in. It certainly seems that way. But I think I will save that for the next episode. And a lot of this team is very unhappy. Huh. Maybe that's why they're taking so long to develop that. Huh. This might be this episode might be kind of deemed null. I'm thinking. We might have to correct a lot of things we've done here, because this team isn't actually very happy. And I don't know if that's necessarily because, I mean, the room isn't too loud, the room's nice and bright, the temperature's alright. Just none of them seem to be happy, and that does seem to be potentially slowing down their development work. Well, they're getting happier. I think it's probably just the dirt. The dirt's probably just making them unhappy. Anyway, we'll see how that goes. I have faith that they'll be okay. Again, bit of a weird episode. I do apologize, but I do occasionally like the, you know, a more building-oriented episode. I think we've got an interesting structure going on here. If this team works out, and if this automated system works out, I will absolutely bring on board a new OS team. I will train them up across 2 years, and then we will automate them to release, just automatically make operating systems, and then have those all farmed out to different teams for support and all that stuff. What I may even do is make another floor of this building differently, same size, but have like a specific dev team, a specific marketing team for operating systems. You know, they're no different to my regular marketing team. It's just I feel that if I set up automated systems, I want to have, you know, the OS marketing team, OS support. You know, I want to be able to say that, you know, this is automatically going to have my OS team develop this. It's going to have OS marketing, market it. It's going to have OS support, support it. Same with antivirus. Like, I might start making teams specifically for everything. We have an OS team. We have a game dev team. I think the B team and the core teams are going to be two staples, but I may end up making an antivirus team, as well as a team dedicated to making audio software and a team dedicated to making visual software. As for games, that'll be handled by the game devs. There will be more game devs coming to the company at some point in the future. I do like the idea of expanding this building upwards as well and getting more game dev teams, because I eventually want to be releasing games all the time. I think that could be really interesting. And also I can do that on an automated system, so we're regularly pumping out games. They might not make much of a profit, but if our other pieces of software are making profit, I don't mind too much. Anyway, the last thing I want to do before we wrap up this episode is just select everyone. We have 223 employees. That's all I wanted to know. I've been with the company for 24 years. Chris Henry has been with the company for 24 years. I actually want to just look at your employee details for a moment. You will take any job. Can I change your salary? Chris Henry, can I change your salary? I would like to give you a raise. You've been with the company for 24 years. I want to give you that much money. I just want to up your salary to that, because you've been with the company for the longest. The shortest amount of time someone's been with the company is obviously no years at all, because those will be people on the new OS team. But before that, it was 1 year on the support team. Game Dev 2 has now been here with us for 2 years. But 24 years. You're 64 years old, Chris Henry. You're going to be retiring soon, and that's going to be awful. I'm getting up to 44. Oh, that's depressing. Anyway, folks, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you kindly for watching. This has been Software Inc. I've been the Conflict Nerd, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye!